Good day. America is in the grip of something larger than a partisan clash. What we're witnessing is a steady consolidation of power over the institutions that sustain self-government. The courts, the ballot, the border, the press. Each story tonight stands on its own, but taken together, they sketch a portrait of a republic under strain. First, the media. Netflix has abandoned its $83 billion bid to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery. That clears the path for Paramount Skydance to take control, potentially placing CNN and CBS News under the same corporate roof. Journalists inside both organizations are sounding alarms. The concern is not simply downsizing, it is direction. David Ellison has acknowledged conversations with Donald Trump that included CNN. His father, Larry Ellison, the largest shareholder in Paramount Skydance, reportedly discussed removing anchors who have drawn Trump's anger. At CBS, Barry Weiss was installed as editor-in-chief last fall, and amid regulatory pressure from Trump-aligned officials, despite lacking any television experience whatsoever. Press freedom advocates warn that corporate consolidation paired with political access can dull the edge of independent reporting. The deal still faces antitrust review, yet the trajectory is clear. When news organizations become assets in the portfolios of billionaires with political interests, journalism risks becoming negotiation instead of investigation. In Buffalo, New York, a Rohingya refugee named Nurul Amin Shah Alam was dropped off by Border Patrol agents at what officials described as a warm and safe location near his last known address. Alam was nearly blind, walked with a stick, and spoke little English. 5 days later, he was found dead. Surveillance footage later revealed that the Tim Hortons where he was left was closed. He stood alone in the freezing parking lot in below freezing temperatures for more than an hour after the store shut. Agents did not contact his family or his lawyer. Even after the video emerged, the Department of Homeland Security continued to describe the location as warm and safe, a lie. Local officials have called the death preventable and disturbing. The larger issue is not only negligence, it's whether truth still constrains power. When official statements persist in defiance of documented evidence, public trust collapses. Democracies rely on accountability, and without it, cruelty becomes administrative routine. Overseas, the United States may be approaching direct military action against Iran. The State Department has ordered non-essential personnel and their families out of Israel. Ambassador Mike Huckabee sent a message shortly after midnight urging staff to book flights immediately. American citizens were advised to consider departing while commercial options remain. Diplomatic talks in Geneva ended without resolution. No joint statements followed. 2 carrier strike groups are positioned in the region. Oman's foreign minister rushed to Washington to press for more time. Vice President Vance has said that there's no chance the United States will be drawn into years of war. It also acknowledged uncertainty about whether Trump will authorize a strike. The next round of talks is scheduled in Vienna, though. Whether it occurs is uncertain. Constitutional balance here is at stake. The authority to declare war rests exclusively with Congress. When momentum builds through executive channels without sustained public debate, we the people are distanced from the gravest decision a nation can make. At home, scrutiny has turned toward the machinery of voting itself. The FBI recently raided the Fulton County Elections Office using a debunked affidavit. Tulsi Gabbard was present. She had earlier overseen the seizure of voting equipment in Puerto Rico, despite the territory's transition to paper ballots. Donald Trump has publicly called for nationalizing elections in multiple jurisdictions. The legal pathway traces back to Executive Order 13848, originally crafted to sanction foreign election interference. Amendments permit property to be blocked during active investigations without conclusive proof. Critics warn that voting machines could be seized and evidence classified, leaving states unable to certify their own results in a timely manner. Even if courts later intervene, the delay alone can corrode confidence. Self-government depends on the peaceful acceptance of verified outcomes. Undermine that faith, and the structure weakens. Across media consolidation, border enforcement, military brinksmanship, and election control, a pattern is emerging. Authority concentrates while transparency recedes. The health of a democracy is measured not by the power of its leaders, but by the resilience of its checks. When those checks falter, the burden shifts to citizens to demand the restoration. And that's the way it is February Friday, February 27th, 2026. I'm Thom Hartmann.